Okay, so we're going to look at BRR, which stands for Buy, Refurbish and Refinance. Okay, so we're going to look at one of my most recent BRRs, and we're going to look at how much exactly things cost, so in terms of refurb costs, etc., and what it revalued at. And we're going to also go through some of my mistakes as well, and some of the things that people don't often talk about. Okay, so this property we purchased for £61,000 in Moor Ends in Doncaster. Not because I'm any negotiation wizard really. It was a bit of luck on my part and a bit of make on my own luck. Okay, so the refurb costs we were estimating the price will probably come in at about sort of £10,000. So you always like to put a contingency on there. So I was thinking between £10,000 to £12,000 is what would be. Okay, so the property needed a full rewire, including a new consumer unit, and that cost £2,500. The property was very old school, so had lots of the old Artex in it as well. So I decided to replaster the whole property apart from the bathroom. This cost £1,950. This was a very good deal, I would say, because the plasterer who did it was just a great bloke and a very reasonable pricing. But I expect to pay a bit more next time. Okay, so next up was the kitchen. So I bought a kitchen from B&Q in Doncaster for £1,000. Pretty good deal on that. I managed to negotiate the price down. I had the plans made up from Howdens who came and measured it, so I took it there and negotiated a price. The only catch there with B&Q is they have a 3-week delivery time. With places like Howdens and other places that you can get the kitchen straight away. But because I'd measured it before I actually bought the property, I had plenty of time and was able to organise the delivery time to suit all the trades that would be in there. Okay, so to fit the kitchen, to paint the whole house, to fit 8 internal doors, which needed replacing, and to pay for the paint materials as well, all came to a total of £2,850. And then we had to carpet the property and put lino down in the kitchen and the utility as well. Didn't need anything doing it in the bathroom, so that came to a total of £1,150. There were a lot of other associated costs with the property, such as 3 months worth of council tax bills, 3 months worth of mortgage bills, gas and electric, advertising costs, tenant reference checks, and everything else. Okay, so let's add up our total costs then. So with our 25% deposit, our 3% stamp duty, solicitors costs, and our £10,500 refurb costs, which does include the associated costs, which I mentioned, came to thereabouts £29,000. Okay, so on to the refinance. So I was hoping this property would revalue up at about £90,000. That's what the comparables on the street told me. However, I did all my numbers at 85 and I was happy with that. But thankfully for me, the refinance came in at £90,000. Okay, so that means I've got a new mortgage of £67,500. The original one was around £45,000. Okay, so what the bank will do is they will give you the difference between that 45 and 67,500, which came to about £22,500. However, there was an early repayment charge of 1%. So of the original mortgage, so I had to take off £450 for that. I had a broker fee to take off as well, and some other small associated costs. So what I was really left with after the refinance was about just over £21,000. Okay, so let's work out the figures. So as I said, I put £29,000 into the deal, and I've been given back just over £21,000 from the bank. So call it £8,000 left in the deal. The mortgage on the property, now that it's worth more, was £133, and for about builders insurance was just over 15, so we'll call it £150. So the rent on the property is £550, which works out nicely to about £400 profit per month. If it's fully occupied, obviously for the 12 months best case, then that brings in a profit of £4,800. In 2 years, that would bring in £9,600, and we'll add that to our £21,000, which is just over £30,000, which of course means that in less than 2 years I've got all the money that I put into the deal back out of the deal, and from then on it's just pure profit, and then on plus the capital growth from the property as well. Okay, so that's what BRR generally looks like. It's definitely a bit of a risky strategy, so it's all about your risk tolerance and what you are willing to gamble on really. So not for everyone, but hopefully that's given you a better idea if you were unsure before of how things work and how much things cost. Good luck.